Guys, welcome back to the bench. Paul with Apache Rifleworks here to do a gear review today for a medical kit from Medic. Excellent company. We've been selling them for a while. We love what's in them, and we're gonna do a quick review. Let's get it started. Guys, Medic is a company that's been around for several years. We heard of their company through an advertisement we actually received regarding medical kits, and we'd been looking for medical kits for quite a while for our store and really hadn't decided on a particular brand simply because we didn't feel like the contents and the layout was good for what we were looking for. They have a huge line of products, and this particular product is a individual first aid kit that is great for vehicles, at the house, at a ranch, anywhere where you possibly need some medical supplies. This is a wonderful kit. The packaging is what we're going to go over first. It has a nice MOLLE bag, has a tie-down strap which keeps it secure to this Velcro backing here, which can be attached to any kind of medical vest, any kind of car seat back that has, I guess, you see those seat covers that have the MOLLE attachments, can be attached to any backpack. So great attachment system, which allows you to unclip this guy, rip this guy off, and then of course, whew, good Velcro. So whip that off the back, and now you can take that with you. Obviously, in an emergency, you'd have this attached to something. That way you can rip this guy off, but really, really cool. I'll set that aside. Okay, so let's go over the bag. Let's kind of check out what the contents are of this thing. So it's got this little top strap closure right here, and some nice zippers on it. So this is a big kit. There's a lot of stuff in here, and that's why we like this for general everyday use kit. I think it covers anybody's needs in the field, regardless of where they're at. I think this kit also covers anywhere between 2 to 3 individuals. So if you've got a small group going camping, things like that, this should have you covered. Let's go over the contents of this bag. This is the first time so this is a newer edition from them. They've gone through and actually revised a lot of their contents for their bags. So we're gonna experience this and just kind of go through each content initially. So you get a rat's tourniquet. I know there's some people that really aren't huge fans of rat's tourniquets. They're a fantastic, fantastic tourniquet when you have to have something compact, or if you can't pack a bar-driven tourniquet. They are not the best tourniquet out there in my opinion. I think a standard bar-style tourniquet is going to be a better option, but it's better than having an elastic-style system that's just the, looks like a bicycle inner tube. So for small compact tourniquet, it's better than not having a tourniquet. Next up, we're gonna have our North American Rescue emergency trauma dressing. So this dressing is gonna be, of course, a standard emergency dressing that can be used to put over any kind of general wounds, anything that's profusely bleeding to help stop bleeding, etc. So North American Rescue, excellent brand. Most guys who have medical kits have heard of these guys before. Here. Look at this. It's a bear whistle in case a bear's eating you. Here's an emergency whistle. You can use these for 100 things, I would imagine. Annoying your significant other, maybe. Good old paracord. Great to have in a lot of situations. You can fray the ends of these for fire tinder if you were to need that. You can use them to tie off things, to repair things. Always good to have a roll of paracord with you. It's nice that it's red, that way it's really easy to see if you have to use it in some kind of emergency, etc. So, nice. All right, snap lights, guys. Good old glow stick, good to have. You can use them for a multitude of different things. You can use them for signaling. You can tie them on you can take your paracord, tie this on the end of this, and swing it around at night if you're out hiking and need to be rescued or somebody's looking for you. This is a great way to signal for any kind of emergency rescue, or just to have, you never know when you might need one. So QuikClot, excellent for stopping any kind of profuse bleeding. That's what this is for. This is a must-have in any medical kit where you're going to be doing some kind of outdoor activity. If you start losing a lot of blood, that's an issue. This can help keep the blood inside where it's supposed to belong. So great. This is only a single pack, a small pack. It's got, I think, 4 or 5 pieces of gauze in here. This can go a long ways. I would like to see a bigger pack of this for 2 to 3 people, but excellent brand, really common, it's everywhere. All right. This is a nice pack of goodies. So we'll go over this. We're going to lay these contents out and take a look at this stuff. Actually, let's open it right now. Let's see. So we've got, let's see, there's a couple bags in here. Bunch of bandage. Got some finger band-aids, some fingertip band-aids made by company Curad. Excellent band-aid brand. I have some of these at the house. They stay on awesome, especially if you're going to go out and working, doing some stuff during the day. It's an excellent band-aid and won't fall off on you, including in the pool. They do stay on in the pool as well. They're not waterproof, but they do stay on well when they get wet. Let's see here. Let's get into this a little bit. Looks like we've got some liquid skin. Man, lifesaver. This stuff is awesome in case you have a small cut you need to close up. Oh, and the proverbial moleskin. Stuff feels good. You can listen. So great stuff if you get blisters. You can cut this stuff up and put it in an area on the back of your shoe if you're doing some hiking, etc. This stuff is excellent to have around, especially if you're going to be in the outdoors. And what I love about this kit is if you don't take the whole bag with you, you can mix and match certain small pieces of this kit and actually go and pack it in a small backpack and take with you. This is full of just stretch gauze bandages, sterile gauze. You got some 4x4, some 2x2s, and you've got some standard gauze bandage. So this is good for any kind of general first aid, or if you actually need to help pack a wound, something like that. Nice little kit. All right, let's get into this a little bit. NPAs, nasopharyngeal airways. These are, you know, they do require a little bit of training to use, so I recommend if you do get a kit with an NPA that you learn how to use it correctly. What you don't want to do is if anybody has any severe head trauma, or they possibly have any, you know, in the medical field or in the EMS field, if somebody's got raccoon eyes, which means they possibly could have a fractured skull. What you don't want to do is use one of these. Long story short, this can actually pass through a small opening in the skull. This is a great way to access their airway in an emergency. Again, if you suspect they have some kind of basilar skull fracture, don't use NPAs. And make sure to use the lube. Don't forget the lube. This stuff is really important, or they're going to hate you later, I promise. All right, man, there's just tons of stuff in here. CPR shield. Awesome. Good to have. If you've ever been around somebody that needed CPR, nasty stuff comes out of their mouths when you're doing CPR, so use this. You don't want to be French kissing somebody with vomit all over their mouth. Chest seal. Okay, chest seals are excellent for puncture wounds to the upper thoracic cavity. This is going to keep you from having any kind of pneumothorax or something like that. It's going to prevent it from happening quickly. These are excellent for gunshot wounds, any kind of puncturing injuries, anything like that. Burn shield. This stuff is awesome. If you've never used burn gel, man, lifesaver, especially if you're out camping, you get a real bad sunburn, or you spill some hot water on you.
Well, would I like to throw some hot grease on you?
All that stuff happens all the time, even around the house. If you burn yourself on the stove cooking something or whatever, these are great to have. In the gun industry, related to guns, if you're shooting out doing a class and you catch a 223 or a 5.56 shell casing in the back of the neck, this will help you later, I promise. They're really hot when they come out. All right, we have a set of trauma shears. I've used a lot of trauma shears in my career in my short career as an EMT and firefighter, but these things don't seem like they're the highest quality, but you know what we'll do? We're gonna penny test this thing. A lot of times, a good set of trauma shears will at least start to cut a penny. Right, all right, we're getting somewhere. Nice. Takes us a little effort, but if it can cut this, it can cut any kind of clothes it needs to cut off you. So, awesome. Nice. Good quality set of those. All right, moving into the small contents. Got some general rolled gauze. Elastic bandage gauze. Got to have this stuff. It's great for a multitude of things. Tape. That's just good to have. You can use it for everything. All right, guys, so what we're looking at here is another small bag that's located in this kit. You are looking at pen light, great for checking pupil size. This is used to check pupil reactions as well in case somebody's been involved in that might possibly have traumatic head injuries. So that's a good way to. Your buddies can also check your eyes in case your wife hits you in the head, in case you went out and bought too many guns or something. Some clamps. Good to have for a lot of course, there's a lot of surgical use for these, but in what we're doing, they can be used for almost anything. So those do lock close, so those are nice, those feel good. Thermometer, always got to have one of these, especially if you got kids around. Great to know if you're having a fever, somebody's getting sick, etc. I don't know what the brand of this is. It's a Medic brand. Look at that. Cool. Tweezers. Awesome. Got to have those for splinters, stuff like that when you're out. So we've got some thermometer covers, right? Because you don't want to be, if you're sick, you don't want somebody sucking on your thermometer. Yeah, it's a small scalpel. You know, and that's something you know that's kind of freaks people out when they get scalpels and stuff like that. These are really good to have in case you need to get something out of your thumb. You never know what you might need to use that for. That's actually what that's for. That's a scalpel holder. Very nice. Scalpel handle. That slot fits right in there. So awesome. Very cool to have. Sutures. Awesome. So the cool part about this is if you know how to suture, you're getting a full suture kit too. Get a number 3 and a number 5 suture kit. Nice. Secure strips, obviously, for after when you're finished. Awesome. What else in here? Oh, cool. Finger splint. Great to have around, especially like if you're out camping, mountain biking. Finger injuries happen all the time. Great to have one of those. Let's see what else we've got here. Saline solution. Must have, especially if you want to flush out your eyes. Get something in your eyes, or if you got a cut or a wound you need to flush out. Emergency blanket, keep it from going into shock. Never know when you're going to need one of these guys. This is for emergencies, keeping you from going into shock. All kinds of good stuff can be used with these guys. Triangular bandage, great for slings. You name it. You can take them apart. You can shred them up. You can use them to splint your fingers. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. Let's go into the small compartment here. So most of my medic stuff. This small compartment's used for general medical items, so everyday use stuff, small medications, things like that. So we've got some nitrile gloves, nice. 2 sets of nitrile gloves. Small thing of towelettes. Let's open that up, see what's in there. You've got some ammonia towelettes. Some hand wipes, good to have. Sting relief, this stuff works awesome, especially if you're in the outdoors. Alcohol prep pads. Iodine pads, right? You can use those if you need to stitch or do anything kind of invasive. Sterilize the area. More antiseptic towelettes. And these all, by the way, this brand Dynarex, excellent brand. They have quality. So most of the hospitals and stuff that are in your local areas and the ERs use Dynarex. Really popular medical supplies company. Let's see here. Ooh, nice. I didn't know none of these are in here. That makes this even greater for sporting. Electrolytes, fizz tablets, very cool. Awesome, you've got both lemon lime flavor, pretty cool. All right, and every single one of their kits comes with a load of medications. You've got 2 packs, 3 packs of Advil, awesome. Now this is supposed to be a 2 to 3 person kit. There's enough stuff in here to cover 2 to 3 people, especially this is where it's gonna be really important, it's gonna be the medications. So you've got Advil, Tylenol, all name brand stuff, good quality stuff. Dramamine, awesome for motion sickness. Pepto-Bismol, in case your uncle's burger tears you up. Bayer aspirin, great for dealing with any kind of cardiac issues. Just a great preemptive in case you need, somebody starts having chest pain, give them a couple of these. This will prolong that possibly, depending on, of course, their situation. I'm not a doctor, but it's good to have on hand. Benadryl doesn't take the place of a EpiPen, but good to have just in case you have somebody have a minor allergic reaction. All right, and it looks like we got some creams and stuff in here. Get all that stuff out of here. Oral pain relief, awesome. In case you're out there chewing on a gobstopper, break a tooth. Got 2 of those. Sunscreen, right? You should probably have a bigger bottle of this anyway, but just in case in an emergency, I guess if you need sunscreen. Petroleum gel. A lot of us know what this could be used for. So petroleum gel is good for all kinds of stuff, so we won't get into that. More sunscreen. All right, we got 2. That's good. Triple antibiotic ointment. So this is going to be like Neosporin, anything like that. So excellent to have if you've got a small cut. Grab a little bit of the saline, wash it out, dry it up, put a little of this on it. It'll keep you from getting an infection. Good to have. SafeTech hydrocortisone cream, awesome to have. And lip balm. You know, this is a lot more important than people realize. When you're out and it's dry conditions or it's windy, you can really need some lip balm, and it can really crack your lips in a point where it can be really, really nasty. Oh boy, okay, we've gone through this. Let's clean this mess up. So when you really look at this kit retails for $240. Now this is the advanced kit. The advanced kit, of course, comes with a lot of your suture stuff, your tourniquets, things that the normal kit wouldn't come with. The normal kit will come with all your medications, everything like that. So it's a really well laid out kit. And if you elect, I know some guys like to put their own kits together, their own medical kits. But if you go get the basic kit and you want your own tourniquets, you have your own other items like the suture kits to provide into the kit, it's perfectly suited for that. The normal basic kits run at about 120 bucks. Now, a lot of you might say, well, I can go get a kit for $60 or $80. Very true, but what you're getting is some really premium brand items in here that you know are gonna be quality, that you know that are sold on the general market, that you've probably used before. Hopefully you haven't used a tourniquet, right? On yourself, or if you've used it to somebody, save somebody's life, that's awesome. So great kit, fantastic kit for the value, in my opinion. We love these guys. We do sell them. We are not paid to do this review, anything like that. We just really enjoy their kits because I think they provide the average person who doesn't want to go out and maybe assemble their own kit a wonderful, wonderful setup to be able to provide you any kind of medical care or need to get you to a hospital or to an ambulance or anything like that. If you're doing any kayaking, any kind of hiking, any kind of shooting sports, anything like that, this can cover most general injuries. Guys, My Medic, go out and check these guys out. Wonderful, wonderful company, great to deal with. Their customer service, excellent. They've been around for a couple of years and we love supporting them. Hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you like this video, give us that big thumbs up. Go hit that notification bell and we look forward to seeing y'all next video.